Welcome to Cosmic Consciousness. This is your host, Joe Machuta, and I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. Today I'm introducing a brand new series for my YouTube channel, kind of ongoing conversation where I'll be sharing my thoughts and ideas and evolving understandings of reality itself. My plan is to post either weekly or bi-weekly, still figuring out that rhythm. But the heart of it is simple. I want to take you inside the way I see reality. Specifically, I want to explore and explain my panpsychist view of existence. And before you click away thinking that some abstract academic term, let me say up front, this is going to be a real talk, conversational, down to earth, and hopefully something that sparks curiosity and maybe even a sense of wonder about who you are, why you're here, and what reality even is. So let me start with what keeps gnawing at me. I think science, as amazing as it is, isn't nearly spiritual enough. And spirituality, as beautiful as it can be, is often way too unscientific. Both of these perspectives, science and spirituality, are like two people who could be having the most mind-blowing conversation ever, but they refuse to speak the same language. That's where I come in. I'm a panpsychist, which means that I believe that consciousness isn't just something that humans and animals have. Consciousness is fundamental to reality itself. Every particle, every atom, every speck of matter has some sliver of experience. It's not that rocks have thoughts like you and me, but that consciousness is built into the very fabric of existence. Now, I'm not just pulling this out of thin air. My thinking has been deeply influenced by the work of Bernardo Kastrup and Donald Hoffman. If you haven't heard of them, you're not alone. These guys aren't household names, but they should be. Kastrup, in particular, has shaped my view in a profound way. He argues that what we call individual souls, what you think of as me or you, are actually dissociative personalities within the one mind at large. Imagine the entire universe as a vast mind, and each of us is like a splintered off identity, temporarily experiencing life as if we were separate beings. This isn't just poetic. It's a serious metaphysical claim grounded in logic, philosophy, and even some cutting edge interpretations of quantum physics. Kastrop's view, which he calls idealism, sees the universe not as a big mechanical machine, but as mental through and through. Everything we touch, taste, see, hear, it's all mentation, meaning it's made of thought itself. This dovetails beautifully with something that I've loved for a long time, Hermeticism, especially the principles found in the Kabbalah. If you've ever heard the all is mind, that's exactly what this is about. Everything is consciousness, expressed in infinite forms, playing out the drama of existence. So in this series, I'm going to be revisiting a lot of old spiritual ideas, but through the lens of modern science and philosophy. We're going to reimagine reincarnation, for example. Most people think of it as karmic recycling program. Die, get judged, get sent back to either suffer or thrive based on your past life's actions. I don't see it that way at all. Instead, I want to follow the trail of Donald Hoffman lays down. Hoffman suggests that consciousness, real consciousness, the kind that's at the root of reality, operates through what he calls conscious agents. These agents aren't just humans. They're any system capable of experiencing and making choices. Here's the kicker. These conscious agents are constantly combining, dissolving, evolving, and participating in realities unfolding. When we die, it's not about punishment or reward. It's more like consciousness itself experimenting with new ways to experience reality. Think of it like switching from one dream to another, except these dreams are collective. We're all co dreaming reality into being. Consciousness isn't learning lessons like a school, it's exploring infinite potentialities, giving reality a taste of what it could be. The abstract becomes concrete through us. We are how consciousness experiences itself. This is what excites me about blending science and spirituality. Science can measure processes and map the brain, but it struggles to explain why there's any experience at all, why there's something it feels like to be you. Spirituality, on the other hand, has long claimed that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, but it rarely explains how that actually works. By bringing in panpsychism, idealism, and conscious agent theory, I think we can start to bridge that gap. We can reimagine heaven, hell, the afterlife, reincarnation, even enlightenment, not as metaphors or outdated religious concepts, but as real processes that fit into a scientifically informed worldview. And the best part, it makes life feel more meaningful, not less. This isn't about reducing spirit to particles or turning all of life into cold algorithm. It's about seeing all of reality as alive, aware, and intentional. Along the way, I want to make this series a conversation. I'm not pretending I have all the answers. And honestly, anyone who claims they do should probably be avoided. What I want to do is lay my thoughts out there, not as dogma, but as invitations. I want to ask you, what if the universe itself is alive? What if your thoughts are ripples in the mind of God? What if your individuality is just a temporary mask worn by the one to experience being many? And how does that change the way you live? If you're not just a biological accident, but a necessary note in the symphony of reality itself, does that shift how you see your struggles, your dreams, or your relationships? There's something deeply freeing about realizing that your consciousness is not an isolated bubble trapped inside your skull. Instead, you are an aperture through which the universe experiences itself. Your story, your pain, your joy, it all matters. Because without you, reality would be incomplete. That's what I hope this series can convey. Not just intellectual speculation, but a sense of awe and wonder about the fact that you exist at all. That existence is not random chaos, but a meaningful unfolding act of creation. One where we are both the artist and the artwork, both the dreamers and the dream. So, whether you're a lifelong spiritual seeker, a curious skeptic, or just someone who feels like neither science nor religion does ever really fit, I hope you'll stick around. Let's rethink everything together. Let's pull apart what we've been told and rebuild it in a way that makes sense for our time, for a world where quantum physics, neuroscience, ancient wisdom, and personal experience can all sit at the same table. And maybe, just maybe, we'll discover that the line between science and spirituality was always imaginary. The truth was always bigger than both. So once again, welcome to Cosmic Consciousness. This is Joe Machuta, and I'm looking forward to exploring this unfolding mystery with you. See you soon.